Another strategy we've seen some engineers employ very successfully is to think about what we call a multi-bullseye strategy. If you think about that board as the smarts of the boards, the microprocessors, and the things that unfortunately are the hardest to get and in the highest demand right now, that's the bullseye of your board. As you make your way out to those outer rings of the bullseye of the target, those are more common parts and easier to get. Those are the parts when you hear online that supply chain is getting better. It is for those parts, but it's still tough in that bullseye, in the target of that bullseye. You've got to think about in your designs, how can you have multiple options, a multi-bullseye design, so that you can choose a onsemi and a Infineon and multiple options in the center of that board. So no matter what happens out there in the supply chain, you're ready. You don't have to go back to the drawing board. It doesn't have to take another 3 months every time you run into a procurement challenge for you to make use of what's available on the market. And frankly, I've seen teams go through that exercise, and by the time they're done, that part is out of stock in the market and no longer available. So it's a bit of a game of whack-a-mole, and it's very frustrating to everybody involved. If you can plan a multi-bullseye strategy to begin with, I know it's not always possible, but it can save you a lot of heartache for you and your whole product team down the road.